Hello folks, welcome to another video, and I hope this one does find you well and enjoying your simming. Welcome to another Freeware Friday episode. And if you're new around here, and some of you absolutely are, there's been a few new subscribers in recent times. In fact, it seems to come through in batches. I don't know why, but the channel will basically plateau, I think is a better term, plateau, for a while, and then all of a sudden 20 or 30 people will join in one day. I go, what's up with that? I'm always surprised that anyone would subscribe to this channel. Grateful that you do, don't get me wrong. Just surprised. But whether you're a recent subscriber or whether you've been here for a while, you're very welcome and you are appreciated. Thanks for your support, folks. But getting back to the point I was trying to make, Freeware Friday, it's my series here on this channel, essentially exercising gratitude. Me saying thanks to our freeware development community across our various simulators. And today is no exception. Today I have a real treat. Not only do I have a piece of freeware, which is appearing on your screen, it's high quality freeware. This is former payware that is now freeware here in X-Plane 12. And it's of high quality. I speak of the Lodestar, the Lockheed Lodestar, resplendent in the Trans-Australian Airlines livery, or the TAA livery. Registration Charlie Alpha Bravo. Doesn't it look beautiful? Hey, the lines, very evocative of that era in aviation. I feel like I used evocative in a recent video. I did. I do pay attention to my own content sometimes, folks. The Spartan Executive video that featured on the channel the other Friday. Yeah, evocative. There we go. I'll use it again. Of that era, sort of 30s, 40s kind of era in aviation. It's just a beautiful aeroplane. And yes, I have got the engines already started, and I've used the cheat. I don't mind being honest with my viewers. There are times that I start things cold and dark, most of the time. And then there are other times that it's just bloody too hard, or I don't have time and I can't be bothered. Today is one of those times, and I've decided to start it here at the ramp with engine started. So that's what you're going to get. And it's a beautiful sounding aeroplane. You'll have an opportunity to appreciate the sounds during the course of this video. I'm going to do my very best to provide you with the best sound quality I can. But let me quickly show you the flight plan for today's flight, and then we'll go flying. And for today's flight, we are down under, but we're not in Australia. We're just north of Australia, a little country called Papua New Guinea, or PNG as the cool kids refer to it. One of the funnest places on Earth in which to commit virtual aviation, folks. One of the most dangerous places on Earth to commit real-life aviation. But here in the sim, you can get away with a lot of stuff. It's just great fun. Challenging conditions, weather-wise, challenging terrain. Yeah, great fun. We are beginning our journey in a little place called Goroka, Alpha Yankee Golf Alpha, and heading in an easterly direction across some hills and up and down some valleys, perhaps. A few waypoints en route before we sort of turn north, head for the coast, and then it's a right turn down the coast towards a place called Wasu, or Wazoo. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Wazoo. We could end up the Wazoo on this flight, just quietly. Flight of about 100 miles or so, 115, according to the little nav map. Won't take us too long here in the Lodestar. She gets along at a decent clip. But really the purpose of today's flight is to give you an overall sort of familiarization with this aircraft. Quite impressed by it. Haven't flown it, but I'm quite impressed with how it looks and how it sounds and the various features and the documentation, etc. that comes with it. And for freeware, it's bloody good. So we're going to jump back inside, give you a quick sort of tour inside the aeroplane, and then go flying. And en route, we'll have a look at the documentation for the aircraft before landing at Wazoo. And welcome aboard, folks. This is a beautifully modelled aeroplane. I've been enjoying the panel. It's representative of, well, it's a bit of a hybrid panel, this one. So this aircraft comes with a number of different variants. This is the modern variant that I'm running with. And what it does is it adds some digital stuff. It adds an autopilot, it adds the GPS, digital radios up top, etc. But the rest of the panel is authentic to the aircraft, the original aircraft. Lots happening, lots of dials, lots of switches, lots of knobs, lots of levers down here. So there's a lot to sort of engage you and keep you busy. And the original developer, when it was payware, did a pretty good job. And it's since been bought by the guy who owns xplane.org and then sort of turned over to the community, and some people have modified it and brought it up to scratch for X-Plane 12. So payware that's become freeware doesn't happen very often, does it? But I'll tell you, this old fella's very appreciative of it. Yeah, really nicely modelled, and for freeware of a very high standard. Now look at some of the texturing and some of the marks and the dirt and the rust and the coffee stains. Well, I hope that's coffee. And not the end result of a nervous pilot. Yeah, the what do you call these things? The the breakers is the word I'm looking for. Some switches down there. Yeah, pretty busy throttle quadrant. Nicely modelled wheel. The cabin is also modelled in the back. In fact, I've got a little shortcut I created earlier. There you go. You can sit down in the back. Nice place to be. Plenty of bloody leg room, hey? Hey? Beautiful. Let's drop down here. Lovely. Back up front. But yeah, really nicely done. It's impressed an old man. That's for sure. And if it impresses you during the course of this flight, there will be a link in the description where you can pick it up for yourself, folks. What I'll do is I'll get us now taxiing out towards a runway. A couple of runways here at Goroka. I might take the big one, which is over there, and probably head, I think, in that direction. It's a nice day here in PNG. Running X-Plane 12.2.0 beta number 5 with all of its flickering goodness. Also running with the map enhancement tool, providing streaming ortho, which isn't of the highest quality in my experience here in PNG, but it is what it is, folks. There'll be a link to that in the description as well. Yeah, I'll find us, or you'll next hear from me, out on a runway. Ah, the challenge of taxiing a tail dragger. I've locked the tail wheel. Unlocked. All I can say is 2 words, folks. Good luck. We might take flaps and have a look at the flap animation here as well. So flaps to take off. Down they come. Oh, nicely done. Nice sounding aeroplane. Great looking aeroplane. Nice and challenging to taxi. You can't see. I might need a bit of a boost here. I'll just suspend your disbelief for a while here, folks, as I grow, I don't know, a couple of feet. Extend my torso. Back straight, sit up. There you go. Stand on my tippy toes and all that, so I can see over the front. That's helpful. So going to taxi down to the bottom of runway 35 left here at Goroka. We'll depart straight out, and then we'll make a right-hand turn over the hills. We're already at a pretty decent old altitude here. It won't take us long to get to our cruise of 1000. There's 35 left. I'll jump back down. Now I'll see how I go at swinging this thing around. Gently on the brakes. Gently on the brakes, and then a whole lot of left boot. There we go. There we go. 35 left. Whoop! Too much left boot. Ah, the fun of the fair. Here we go, folks. And in the simulator, we've got an external view, which helps. It's a cheat. There we go. 35 left Goroka. I don't know what the actual wind is doing. I can just see a windsock if I squint hard. And It's there, which would favour a departure of 3-5 left, I think. Alright, now, let's make sure we're configured here. We've got flaps for takeoff. We've got our trim way nose up. Oh, caution! What are you cautioning me against? I'm moving towards the green, love. I'll just put it neutral, which is 0. How's that? I don't know what it should be, but that's close enough. Mixture rich and the props full, and yeah, the autopilot panel is sorted. Heading is that one. The heading select, autopilot ready. Local barrow, yeah, I think we're good to go, folks. Should we do this thing now? What I might do, just to give you a better appreciation for the sounds of the aeroplane rather than the sound of my voice, I'll shut up during the takeoff roll. Huh? I hear all of the thanks in my head. Here we go, folks. Let's do it. Positive rate and all that. Sounds good, doesn't it? Oh, nice satisfying thump. So we'll just climb out here runway heading for a little bit, and we'll make a right-hand turn towards the east. We'll look after these engines. We'll just kind of bring them back a little bit. We'll get rid of flap. Yeah, noticeable pitch down moment there. So we'll retrim. I think we climb out at about 120-ish in this aeroplane. Right-hand turn, all clear to the right. Around we go. Up through 100 knots. We'll roll out to a heading of about 090. And then we'll let Georgie do some flying. What do you reckon? There's 060, climbing out at 100. We actually want to climb out at about 120. Alright, so that's an easterly heading, so about there. Rolling out, so we'll bring that heading bug around. Zero 090. And we'll go heading holds. What do you reckon? You should roll out onto that heading for me, Georgie. Thank you. Now we'll go vertical speed, which is this one. Yeah, about 1,000 feet a minute will do us. 120 knots airspeed. We're on a heading hold. We're going to intercept the track towards Ugtok for too long. Power's okay. I'll take an external because I can, and Georgie's looking after things. There we go, folks. Goroka, PNG. Call that safely away. So en route, we'll have a look at the documentation that comes with the aircraft, and anything else about the aircraft that happens to spark my interest. Welcome to the cruise, folks. Flight level 110, 11,000. That's the streaming ortho quality here, the X-Plane map enhancement tool. Oh, bloody hell. Look at that. Yeah, the clouds are flickering something chronic for me. And I had someone comment on a previous video that he couldn't notice the flickering. It may not translate through the video, but trust me, folks, I wouldn't lie to you. There is some serious flickering going on. Not detracting really from the beauty. What a great looking aeroplane this is. Something I have noticed is that this aeroplane does not hold its GPS tracking particularly well. We'll kind of roll to the right, I think. Yeah, so I had it in GPS mode and it was just weaving its way over the sky trying to intercept and hold the magenta, and we ended up kind of paralleling the track to the right for reasons unknown, so just something to be aware of. Perhaps there is a switch that or a button I need to press, I don't know. I find myself navigating in heading mode to try and maintain that track. What are we doing? Nav, that one. On our way to Diningat, 32 miles ahead, and now we're slightly left of track. Yeah, enjoying it. It sounds great. It looks great. Something that I will bring to your attention while I have it is this little placard, the importance of this placard down here. Not only does it contain important airspeed related information, there are also hidden click spots. So there's one on the left and there's one on the right. If you click the one on the left, you get this pop-up that's the pilot's manual. Very, very handy, because the documentation, the PDFs that come with the aircraft are helpful, but they don't actually contain the information that appears here. They're actually, the only way to get, detailed information, checklists, etc., is to come into the aircraft. So, yeah, the pilot's handbook, or whatever it's called, downloadable as a PDF with the aircraft, doesn't have this information. But, yeah, all helpful stuff, speeds and power settings and all that sort of gear, right? How to fly it, all the technical information. So that's the pilot's manual. That's if you click the left. If you click the right, you get some view presets. So I can jump in, look at the co-pilot seat. Now my zoom levels will make this appear a little bit weird. Taxi view, wing camera. That's quite loud, isn't it? If you're sitting on the wing. As you do, folks. Tail camera up here. Gear view under there. Back to the pilot seat. You get the gist, folks. So yeah, that placard. Note that. I'll show you the one of the PDFs that come with this aircraft for your information. So this is the pilot's handbook, one of 4 or 5 PDFs that come with the aircraft itself. Now, as I mentioned earlier, this was previously a payware aircraft by a developer called Olexim. And this manual, this documentation was put together back in 2020 when it was still payware for X-Plane 11. For what it's worth here, folks. So, table of contents, there's kind of an introduction to the aircraft, and it kind of points out the panel, and it's useful for that because there's a lot happening on the panel, right? If you want to familiarize yourself with where everything is, it kind of helps to have a reference like this. You can see the screenshots for X-Plane 11. The left section of the panel, and this document represents the old school panel, right? Not the modern version. There is a modern version, and I'll show you that in a minute, but this is the old school. But yeah, I just wanted to show you this is kind of what you should expect from the documentation. It doesn't actually tell you how to fly the thing, but it points out the pop-ups and all that sort of stuff, and what the instruments do and all that sort of stuff, right? There you go. So that's the pilot's handbook, and if you want to fly the modern version, which is the one I'm flying now, these are the operating instructions for the avionics. All right, so again, pointing out it's digital, where everything is, the autopilot setup. Oh, it has a yaw damper. I don't have the yaw damper on. Yeah, so I don't know if there's something I'm missing here. Perhaps I need to reread this document to get it to hold the nav course. Don't know. Always set the heading hold switch to on first, and then set the desired course and pull the heading. Push the heading switch. Okay. There you go, folks. The documentation that comes with the aircraft. Alrighty, concluding stages, folks. We're kind of flying a left circuit, a very wide left circuit. We sighted the runway, or if you can call it a runway, it's a goat track here in Wazoo. And yeah, this could be interesting. We're going for a full flap landing and says to use flap position 31 degrees only for short runways. It certainly looks like a short runway for mine. The airstrip / goat track is right next to the town, which is sort of down here. Roll out beautifully. 12 o'clock, folks. Yeah. Can you see it? Don't worry. You don't need to get your eyes checked. It isn't much of a strip, folks. Down through 80. Retrimming. This could be interesting. Never landed this thing before. Try and keep the juice in. 80 knots. Short final, runway 26, I think it is here at Wazoo. I'm calling this a runway, folks. We're landing. See how we go. Oh, she wants to sink. Oh, yeah, she's going to bounce a little bit. Folks, I'll take that on the goat track. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Wazoo PNG. Thanks for coming in another video, folks. It's been a Freeware Friday episode looking at the beautiful Lockheed Lodestar. Now Freeware here in X-Plane numero 12. Until we next meet, folks, you stay well. Enjoy your simming and bye for now.